Want to know what happened on TNA this week? Let's recap the show for you. Like and subscribe and let's get into it. Tonight's show opens with an Ultimate X qualifier match featuring one half of the tag team champions Chris Bay, John Skyler, and NXT's Riley Osborne. Also on commentary was Frankie Kazarian, and the participant to qualify for that match is Riley Osborne. He is going to be the first ever NXT signed talent to be in an Ultimate X match. Pretty cool. Nic Nemeth then also arrives at the building and he claims to be the flag bearer for TNA and his World Heavyweight Championship. GM Santino calls out Matt Cardona and asks him if he's happy about all the actions he's done over the past few weeks, and he says yes he is. Santino says he can get him prosecuted for this unless he signs a contract to face PCO at Emergence. Matt Cardona takes the contract and says that he'll have a look at it, but something seems very suspicious with him in this segment. Frankie Kazarian, Steve Macklin, and Eric Young have a squabble in the bathroom, and each of these men want the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. This is probably a match we'll get in the near future. We get our first and only knockouts match of the night, which is between Giselle Shaw and Tasha Steelz, and this is a grudge match. There are additional referees outside of the ring because in their last few meetups Tasha Steelz has cheated, and in this match she tries to again, but the referees come in very useful and Giselle Shaw picks up a fair victory. We are supposed to have a match between Moose and Santana, but we cut backstage where Santana is laying down, attacked with the system standing above him. They then all come to the ring and says the match is cancelled because Santana cannot compete. Santana then gets up and he makes his way to the ring. He attacks Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards and he gets into the ring and the match starts. And despite a very hard fought effort, constant interferences result in Moose picking up the victory. But before they can continue to attack him after the match, Joe Henry comes out of his chair and they all scatter away. Joe Henry continues on to say that Santana and himself aren't the only enemies that the system has made, and that next week Moose and JDC will have to team up against Matt and Jeff Hardy. The Hardy Boys are once again returning to TNA. I am very excited for that. In two separate backstage segments, Spitfire challenges Militia to a tag team match, and Jordan Grace challenges Ash by Elegance to a match. All of these guys have big rivalries, and this sets us up for a big 6-woman tag team match at Emergence. It's going to be a very disappointing showing for the Knockouts division because this isn't a very entertaining match. The next and final Ultimate X qualifier match for tonight is between the other half of the tag team champions Ace Austin, John Hotch, and Rich Swann. This time it's Top Dollar on commentary to support his friend Rich Swann. And the winner of the match is Jason Hotch. Ace Austin came close, but John Skyler came out to distract him and Jason Hotch picked up the victory. Matt Cardona is backstage and he accepts the contract on one condition: if he and a few mystery partners can face the wedding group, which is PCO, Rhino, and Xia Brookside, in a 6-man tag match in the coming weeks. Santino agrees and they sign this contract. Matt Cardona once again looks very suspicious. Something is definitely up here. But now it is the time for the main event between Josh Alexander and Nic Nemeth for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Josh Alexander and Nic Nemeth put on an instant classic in this main event, going to the time limit, and the match ends in a time limit draw. Nic Nemeth is very disappointed and he asks for 5 more minutes, but Josh Alexander rolls out of the ring and he wants to walk away. Nic Nemeth rolls out with him and throws him back in the ring, only to get low blowed as soon as he gets back into the ring. Only then Josh Alexander asks for another 5 minutes, but the referee refuses, so Josh Alexander takes the belt and raises it up, standing tall over Nic Nemeth, and this is how we end the show. To give tonight's show a ranking, I would say it was a 7.5 out of 10. It progressed a few stories, put on the good matches. There was a few things I don't like, a few results I didn't like, but overall a very good show. Would highly suggest watching it. If you enjoy this sort of content, I review NXT and TNA weekly. I'm going to start reviewing more shows, so please like and subscribe and share this channel. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the month, so please support this channel and I will see you again very soon.